Okay, so I'm going to talk about our service map. So basically, we have the people that start by the physical activity they're going to do on those little machine stations. That's going to create some energy that will go back to the Toronto grid. We're also trying to facilitate physical activity, so there's like a health component to our project. And to go back to the swipe card system, so people will actually get those swipe cards, and that's how they would be able to use the machine and get the credit counted, and then they will go to the local stores to spend their money or credits, and then the local store will probably every month kind of redeem their credit for actual money.
So just in terms of secondary source that we thought was kind of interesting of a similar system, this is the Brixton Pound project, where it was about kind of community regeneration through a local currency that could only be spent in the area, and it's actually proven to be quite successful, so it keeps money always in the area and benefits local kind of small businesses.
So onto our user scenarios, I'm going to briefly go through them, but we have the example of Kendall, which is a little boy. He comes from South Asia, and he goes to the public school that is right in the center of our location. So you can see him getting out of the school. So he's going to go onto the bikes, he's going to go onto the swings, he's really excited, like little 8-year-old, so he's going to try all the fitness machines that are out there. That will be kind of his activity after school, and that will create some energy. And then the idea is that for him as a kid, like as a reward as well, is that he can go and spend his little credits to the local convenience store for some candy or this type of thing, comic books, all of that. We also have, from the point of view of an older Chinese man that likes to do his Tai Chi in the morning, and we're trying to also reach to those people that might not be able to go through all the stations, but that every morning get up and do a bit of exercise, and so that's kind of how we also try to keep the health component into the system. So right there we have the health, and he's also going to go to the local store and spend his money for his newspapers, stuff like that. And from the point of view of Natasha, who owns a convenience store, on her part, she only gets this end of the system. I mean, she can also use what's happening in the area, but so with the people's credit, she will then go and get that changed through the City of Toronto for actual money and tax reduction.
So we mapped out some areas that we felt were kind of appropriate for these installations to be, based on kind of accessibility to the street as well as their proximity to social housing in the area, and kind of the use of existing space that at the minute isn't very welcoming but could be turned into something new. So we kind of considered routes around the area and planned all that out.
Now onto like each station, how they are actually, there's a little video to show you also how the system works to protect the little fitness station that we have all over St. Jamestown. So here are examples of dynamo-powered stations that we could implement underneath the structure that you just saw. The idea is that phase one, we have that happens within St. Jamestown. Hopefully that will allow more businesses, more people to walk through, and on the long term, to actually expand, plug into the other neighborhoods in Toronto. So here a list of our measure of success. So more people on the streets, a stronger sense of community, and the possibility to expand plugins. So that kind of goes back to the implementation phase. And that's kind of how it would look like. There we go. Thank you very much.
Thank you.